Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're giving another update on Vinco Ventures, going with the ticker BBIG. Now, I covered a good amount of videos on Vinco Ventures before. My last one is in the description below. It's been a while and it's requested vastly on my Twitter account. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So Vinco Ventures. This company basically acquires other smaller companies or ventures and incubates it and grows it and manages it and then sells it on later on, or just keeps it as a part of its portfolio. Now, one of their latest companies was actually the Tide spinoff, and the record date was on October 22nd. So there is a reason that we're seeing drops after that October 22nd, as you get to see here. October 19th was the ex-dividend date. The record date was around October 22nd, and you see this massive drop that I did talk about in my last video. Currently, we're hitting a really critical point around 468 that I'll discuss in the technical analysis. Now, another thing that I do want to talk about, other than Cryptide, is the Kong. So Kong is a token, or our tokenized Bitcoin mining environment that is launching for pre-sale on November 1st, 2021. With end-to-end sales, services, and integration, Cryptide and its joint venture partners have simplified the crypto mining world with a one-stop, one-payment membership program. So one price includes equipment, hosting, power, management, reporting, payment, and lifecycle. Now, why is this important? Is because Bitcoin is almost at an all-time high, and it keeps pushing that as well. And so this is a stock that, even though it works with everything relating towards cryptocurrencies, including their NFT platform for different labels, including one by Tory Lanez, and this stock didn't really push on forward. Now, you also have Ocuverse, which is an NFT to act as a membership card to Ocuverse platform and grant access to members-only benefits. This is, again, another blockchain technology. So this one is full of blockchain technology and didn't really see a move with blockchain. Now, the other thing that we do have is the latest news coming back on October 20th. I'm just going to read around 6 bullet points here. So the former CEO has agreed a 3-year deal to serve as a senior strategic advisors with partner company Zash. And the former CFO of Vinco Ventures has been appointed as CFO of Cryptide now. And this is a wholly owned subsidiary of Vinco Ventures. And the movement of the record date for the spinoff for Cryptide, a wholly owned subsidiary of Vinco Ventures, is intended to allow for spinoff to be a tax-free exchange, and all dividend shares will be free trading at the time of the dividend, and which will company believes will create a greatest shareholder value of Cryptide or current Vinco Ventures shareholders. All former officers and director of Vinco Ventures remain as a part of the executive and management leadership team of Cryptide within the Zash family. So that's as much as it. Now, the exact date for the Cryptide dividend record date and ex-dividend trade is not actually mentioned on here. So it's yet to be announced, and we can anticipate a similar movement as well, similar to this one with the new ex-dividend trade and record date. So other than that, we do have some new ownerships. So institutions have been active into this one. You're able to see Fidelity Total Market Index Fund added some shares. There's some changes here in the last few weeks. Mainly they're bullish, but some are bearish, like FNY Investments Advisors liquidating their entire position on the 13th of October. Insiders, they did get awarded a few shares. McFillin Philip Anthony was awarded around 300,000 shares. The first one was around the 294 share price, and the second one was 778. Now, I'm not sure why it's showing share price even though it's awarded, but you can see the difference here. In terms of the short interest ratios, there's only 0.65 days to cover. Half of all volumes is going towards the short volume side. There's around 650,000 more shares available to short sell, and 62.04 short borrow fee rate, which is still considered somewhat high. In terms of the short interest, there is around 49.48% short interest as a percentage of float, which is still considerably high. Almost half of the current flow is gone towards the short selling side. Now that is significant. There's a lot of bidding against this stock, and it can easily still trigger somewhat of a short squeeze and push the stock upwards. Now, hopefully we're going to get that dividend date sometime soon. But before we move on towards technical analysis, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notifications on for this channel. Don't forget to drop a like. If you've actually enjoyed this video, you can join our Discord totally free in the description below. Now let's on to go. From a technical analysis perspective, a lot has changed. First off, the willing percent R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, shows that this one is highly oversold. The level of overselling here is incredible, one of the worst I've seen. It's 98, it's negative 98. The max it can go is negative 100, so it's really close to there. Anyway, on the MACD, you're able to see that histogram is kind of growing towards the negative direction. It's increasing in the negative value. That is a little bit of a dangerous sign we need to worry about, and we need to see where the next major support is. In terms of momentum, that's gone and slipped below the positive side, below zero at negative 0.65, and that's another dangerous thing we need to be very careful on, because this stock does have strong momentum, or did have strong positive momentum, and if it starts going on with a strong negative momentum, this will trigger panic selling. In terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are suggesting to be very careful where the next support is, but it might be a good time to buy sometime soon if it starts accumulating. In terms of the moving average bands, here things get a little bit interesting. This one is expected to trade between 678 on the top and 555 on the bottom of the moving average bands. The Bollinger bands, though, are expecting to trade between 846 and 387. Volumes have dried up a bit, and that's a concern as well. In terms of Fibonacci retracements, we see some key things we need to take care of. First off, the resistance is at 546, 680, 814, 1005, and 1249. The supports are at 380 and 111. Now, on a price line action, we see a few supports and resistances that are areas of concern for us. The first support that is critical is at the 474 that was broken today. And then the next one would be the 463. If it does break this one, the last line of defense is a 448, and then we dive to the 406. We exit the $4 to the 363, down to the 328, down to the 279, down to the 231, and down towards the 201. Now, resistances. We're seeing one at the 496, above there, around 516, 555, going upwards to 610, and then upwards to 682, upwards higher to 774, and then up to 901, 945, and then $10 sharp, and then 1249. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Now, a stock that is heavily involved with blockchain and cryptocurrency and hasn't really seen that push that you've seen with a lot of cryptocurrencies is quite insane for me. Now, the Tide spin-off shares being delayed, that could have been just mainly either management things or inside things that we're not aware of, or just basically unforeseen circumstances. Now, it seems to be unforeseen circumstances with a combination of what was mentioned before, but this stock will still have the TYDE spin-off shares, and for the time being, the TYDE operations are still under BBIG, including the Kong platform that is going to be released on November 1st, 2021. That is a major catalyst on its own. So make sure to share the word, mention it down in the comments below what you think about this stock, subscribe, like, and have notifications on, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.